Beijing, capital of the People's Republic of China, is the political, cultural, and diplomatic center of the whole nation. Many world natural and cultural heritages glitter Chinese people's talents and diligence. She not only owns numerous ancient palaces, imperial gardens, Muslim temple palaces, but also beautiful natural scenery. Its variety of heritages, beauty of gardens, and excellence of mountains has won reputation for it in the world. "50 kilometers away from Beijing, a hill shaped as the steamed bread called Q Mountain locates on the northwest of周口店. In the past, people always found fossils of ancient animals and used them as medicine, and the doctor of traditional Chinese medicine called it Q. People at that time perhaps did not think about the land they live on is the former residence of people's ancestors, Homo erectus pekinis. From 1921 to 1927, archaeologists had found the teeth fossil of ancient ape man here for more than once. The formal archaeological excavation began in 1927. Important discoveries appeared continuously in a large-scale archaeological excavation in the following decade. It is particularly worth mentioning that in the excavation of 1929 led by Chinese paleontologist Fei Wenzhong, a complete Beijing ape man skull was unearthed. This discovery astonished the whole world. The debate of whether Homo erectus is ape or human being was discovered by Javanese. Beijing ape man's discovery and research solved the question in scientific area. Thanks to this, human being history was pushed forward for 500,000 years. The discovery of Beijing ape man provides abundant convincing evidence for human origins. Facts suggest that in the early stage of human being, judging from physical form, cultural property, and social organization, there is indeed the stage of Homo erectus. They are offspring of Australopithecus and ancestors of Homo sapiens. Homo erectus is an important middle link of evolutionary sequence from ape to human being. This discovery makes great contribution to biology, history, and human development. In 1930, a cave or upper caveman about 30,000 to 20,000 years ago was discovered. The archaeological excavation began in 1933 and 1934. Formerly, upper cave had a complete ceiling facing the north, but removed in excavation. Now the door facing the north is man-made. 3 complete human skull fossils and fossils of other parts were in the cave, which belong to 8 individuals. There are also plenty of animal fossils. Relics of upper cavemen include carbon dust, stone artifact, bone objects, and ornaments made of gravel, beast teeth, and shells. Around human fossils is hematite powder, which is the evidence for upper cavemen burying the dead. Upper cave culture belongs to the culture of late Paleolithic age. Judging from the hematite and the high-hand shell, their activity scale enlarged from northern Xuanhua to southern seaside. Ceiling accumulation located on riverbed 60 meters away from Baia River. Discovered in 1937 and 1938, animal fossils occur. Squirrel and bear they bite were unearthed here. Most of the accumulations are gravel layer and sand layer, whose geological area is early Pliocene. The third relic, which is an east-west fracture, was discovered in 1927. When found, the whole fracture was full of gravels, including fossils of mammal and other animals. Systematical excavation began in 1933. Excavation area was about 8 meters long and less than 4 meters wide. Animal fossils unearthed include 59 kinds of mammals, such as storks, porcupines, sable, Arctonyx coloris, tigers, and Beijing deer, whose geological area is Middle Pleistocene. In the excavation of third place in 1933, the 12th relic was discovered when cleaning gravels left in the former quarry. It lies less than 5 meters to the third relic. It is a cylindrical corrosion pit 1 meter in diameter, full of red gravels. 22 kinds of animal fossils unearthed include saber-toothed tigers, Brachyclopus, and Vickers baboons. It is the oldest photo spot on Kill Hill. Uncovering the prelude of human history. Early in the Paleolithic age, Beijing ape men began to select rock to make stone artifacts as a weapon or ancient instruments of production. Basic difference between human being and ape lies in that human beings continuously improve themselves in battle with nature. Beijing ape men used fire first and was able to hunt for large animals. They do not have long life and almost died before 14 years old. Less than 4.5% of them lived for more than 50 years.周口店relics is the world's ancient human being of the same area with the most various, systematical, and valuable materials. It is not only a rare historical evidence for human society in continental era, but also illustrated human beings' evolution. It is a specific witness to a passing civilization. Because of this, Beijing ape man relic in Zhoukou Dian is added to World Heritage List in 1987. Early in 2000 BC, slavery society Xia dynasty began to offer sacrifices to heaven. Chinese emperors called themselves Son of Heaven and pay a tribute to the heaven and earth. All emperors regarded the activity of offering sacrifices to heaven as an important political activity. Architecture for sacrifice plays an important role in imperial architecture. Temple of Heaven, built after feudal society, is typical of Chinese architecture for sacrifice. Temple of Heaven was set up in 1420, used to offer a sacrifice to heaven and pre-harvest. It has double walls which form the inner and outer altar. The main architecture is in the inner altar, laying on a straight line from south to north. There are the circular mount altar and the imperial vault of heaven in the south, the hall of prayer for good harvest, and emperor palace in the north. Circular mount altar is also called praying altar, which is for emperors to offer sacrifice to heaven on winter solstice. It was a round altar with blue glacis at first. When rebuilt in 1749, blue glacis were changed to white marble parapets, and it was paved by hard and durable blue stone. The circular mount altar is divided into 3 layers: upper layer, middle layer, and a low layer. The number of parapets and columns is 9 or multiple of it. Ancient peoples think that 9 is the extreme number, representing supremacy. Emperor is the son of heaven, having supreme status. Therefore, The whole circular mount altar emphasizes on Emperor's majesty. After Yongle period in Ming Dynasty, on winter solstice, Shangxin Ri in lunar January and Mengxia of every year, emperors came to Temple of Heaven to hold ceremonies to offer sacrifice to heaven. First is the must before the ceremonies. When offering sacrifices, except offerings, emperors should lead ministers to worship, praying for God's mercy. A round stone sheet called Tianxin Shi located in the center of ceiling in circular mount altar. Standing on the stone or knocking it, acoustic wave would be reflected by the nearby sheet. Mixing with original sound, the volume is doubled. Therefore, whenever emperor offered sacrifices to heaven, its vigorous voice was like God's oracle. The circular mount altar is surrounded by two sheets of walls, inner round and outer square, symbolizing round sky and square earth. There are 4 lattice stargates on the 4 sides. Plants around altar are mainly junipers. Among them, there is a juniper of more than 500 years. Image strange, straight strong tree trunk surface with longitudinal gallery. Rotationally distortional, like 9 circular dragons playing with each other. So its name is taken as 9 dragons juniper. It is said that this juniper on roadside is to welcome the emperor, so it also has the meaning of 9 dragons welcome the emperor. Huangqingyu is the most important ancestral building of circular mount altar. Front hall and cellar hall are rounded by a wall. Because of the wall surface is hard and smooth, circumference of curvature accurate, acoustic wave can be reflected along the wall. If 2 people in different points of the wall talk, they can hear another one's sound. Therefore, the wall is called echo wall. Below Huangqingyu steps lay 3 pieces of stone sheet, named the 3 sound stone. Stand on the first stone sheet and clap, you can hear 1 echo sound. On the second sheet, 2 sounds. It follows that 3 sounds on the third sheet. Quite interesting. Huangqingyu is the place where the god is worshipped and god Kali was displayed. When rebuilt in 1752, it was changed to single-eave round roof with blue glazed tiles to symbolize the sky. It is said that because the Temple of Heaven is the place to offer sacrifice to heaven, main architecture of it is covered with blue glazed tile as roof. The yellow glazed tiles that imperial gardens use were prohibited. From selecting place, plan, design of architecture to sacrifice etiquette and music, Temple of Heaven is built according to the saying of yin-yang and 5 elements in Chinese ancient Zhouyi. Ancient understandings to heaven, relation between the people and heaven, and wishes for the gods were represented successfully. The southern circular mount altar is just opposite to the northern garden valley altar. These 2 altars were connected by a bridge 360 meters long named Danbi Bridge. The middle of Danby Bridge is the Immortal Road. Left is the Emperor Road and right is the Minister Road. Emperors walk on the Emperor Road, ministers walk on the Minister Road, and the immortal walk on the Immortal Road. There is an east-west tunnel under the bridge. Before ceremony, livestock would be sent to be killed through this tunnel. Garden Valley Altar is the place where pre-harvest ceremony was held. Main architecture are Qi Nian Hall, Huang Qian Hall, east and west side house and Qi Nian Gate. The altar of Garden Valley Altar is the round architecture combined altar with hall, built according to ancient saying, offering sacrifices to emperor and a house. Qi Nian Palace with Garden Valley Altar as its house seat is a round architecture, covered with triple blue glazed tiles, treasure roof gilded. Qi Nian Hall is supported with 28 pieces of Nanmu pillars, which surround triple circles. The 4 posts around the inner circle represent the 4 seasons. 12 pillars around the middle circle supporting the second eve represent the 12 months of 1 year. 12 pillars around the outer circle represent 12 hours of a day. The 24 pillars of middle and outer circle represent